Right, guys. It's the New York session actually. The market opened already 4 minutes ago. I was having lunch, so I had to quickly eat. So now let's get into it. Apparently, I hope you guys have actually seen what happened in the market. Like, it's incredible. Um, so earlier today, around, let's see, what time was it? Around 12 o'clock Nigerian time. Boom, we got a massive pump to the upside. NASDAQ moved by 1,000 points. The funniest thing is that from where the move started, I was thinking of taking a buy trade from that level. I was hesitating. And then I just look like, oh, something has happened. I'm like, wow, why is it so, why is the price all the way up already? So apparently what happened is that Trump announced that they are stopping um, the recent strike that is going to happen in Iran. So I think the market went crazy because of that. So right now I'm looking for short opportunity. It's just that I wasn't sure of if the short is gonna come through at the opening, but I'm looking for short position, right? Even though I hear some news, I had some information rather that shorting the Nasdaq right now may not be a good call, yeah, because there are some blah 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 blah. But I do think that Nasdaq should go on and fill up this momentum that we actually built, So I want to sell this market, and the formation right now is looking good for it, but we honestly cannot say. So I would say that we should wait for the first 15 minutes candle to close. Hopefully, the liquidity itself doesn't start within that 15 minutes, and then we can get an opportunity. Well, I like everything I'm saying right now for a sell, but then, and the reason why I said I like what I'm saying for a sell is that you will notice that we do have a previous day high at the top. The move has already taken out the previous day high, and somehow tapping into the supply zone above it. So if you go on 1 hour, for example, you will see that we are almost tapping. Yeah, we not almost. We already tapped into the supply level above. So we've taken previous day high. We've tapped into the supply. So the rest is just for the market to just keep going down. However, there might be a follow up from the participants, who actually push the price up in the first instance. So it might just be a early sell if we're selling right now. The sell might be very early. So in this regards, we can do two things today: do nothing, and number two, do nothing again. So, but eventually this week, the gap is going to be filled up. You can see right now, the buyers are actually pushing back. They are pushing back the price to the upside. So we don't want to be caught up in we don't want to be caught up in a very wrong direction. And that means that now there's a bunch of liquidity sitting above all these highs, and highs. And in fact, the only safe place to actually go and sell right now is at the top here. Because right now there's a bunch of people selling already, putting their stop loss above this level, yeah, or yeah, or even here, right? So three potential level to put stop loss, and if market wants to go crazy, go and take out everybody before you start selling. And because that is possible, that's exactly where I'm going to be waiting. I'm going to be waiting at the top where, potentially we could get a better trade. Anyway, what needs to happen? So I don't think I'm going to be selling right now in this session. I'm just going to be waiting. So if we do get a very good move, the first 15 minutes candle is almost over. That's about how many more minutes to it? 6 minutes, and then we're going to be able to make a decision. But before then, let me give you an update on how the prop firm account is actually going. So the prop firm challenge itself is honestly, it's very slow. I wouldn't lie. It's crazy. I picked up a new account just today, apparently a 5K account. I wanted to start looking at gold. Yeah, basically because of a reason. Gold is following a seasonality, um, let's say, pattern, whereby there are certain seasons of the year that makes gold go crazy, and then many traders are actually capitalizing on that. I feel like I've been trading Nasdaq for a while now, almost a year already, only Nasdaq, and I want to start to learn how to trade gold So I have an account. I have a new account that I'm going to be using to trade gold. And I'm going to start looking at gold analysis, but I may not be trading gold itself live on the live stream, but I'm going to start trading gold in one of my accounts. And hopefully very soon, I can also start trading gold on the live stream. But for now, I'm going to be trading gold, but mostly trading gold, just maybe in London session, New York session, maybe sometimes, but it may not be on the live stream. But I'm going to tell you about it if I'm entering any gold trade and all, because almost everything that happens today also really every market was just going crazy today. Like look at BTC USD for example. This is BTC USD, which was already stuck at 60,000. Boom, now get a push to 70,000. Like, so that means that there's already some repositioning happening in the market already, like happening already in the market. And that is, I'm gonna study that deeper today. So what I'm gonna do today is that after the live stream, I'm going to go make some extra research on investing.com. I'm going to read all the major news that they actually have on investing.com. Why it's affecting the indices, especially that I'm interested in, and also what it means for commodity that we are actually trading, like the gold especially, so that we'll see what it is. And I already have a new account. It's a profit account, an equity hedge that I'm going to be using to trade the I'm going to be using it to trade the gold, and hopefully if I can, take opportunity of that. People who actually bought BTC USD at 60,000 or 68,000, I think they're going to really, make a lot of money because at least maybe BTC will go back to 72,000 or maybe even like, the all-time high of 76,000, it's possible. All right, let's go back to NASDAQ. Ooh, la la. So NASDAQ basically right now is, man, imagine one single candle went crazy at 800 points. Like it happens just 3 minutes. The move that happened on NASDAQ happened in 3 minutes. Like it's just unbelievable, guys. So unbelievable. So we've got 4 minutes to the end of the candle closure. I don't think we're going to be taking a trade on the live today. I think we're most likely going to be taking trades until tomorrow. At least on this live stream, we may not be taking trades, but we're going to be taking trades later. Okay, so as I've said, the Profim account, it's, I have a new account today, and I potentially may just trade gold in the old account. The old account, I think I have about 2% remaining to just blow the account, and then if I have a new one I just pick up today, 5K. So that would be like the third account I'm buying actually on the challenge itself. But the market last week was crazy. Like the market condition last week, I did not expect that. I was trading, I was unable to like navigate my trade properly last week because I'm used to holding my trade until it's TP, stuff like that. And last week I was in profit of, let's say, like $100 every single day. Like on Monday, I was in profit of $100. I didn't close the profit. I didn't set break even. It took me out at my stop loss. Tuesday, the same thing. Wednesday, that I decided to take profit, the market sell and did not come back to my profit, my stop loss. And then on Thursday, I took stop loss. On Friday, I took stop loss. I was like, okay, you know what? Let's call it a nice week. But it is what it is. This week, I'm going to use that same knowledge from last week and apply it properly on the charts today. Apparently, though, today, I already had a scalp on a Naira account because I trade XNES. I trade with a broker XNES. So I took a sell here when, the buy had already left. So I saw a opportunity to sell at the top. So I took a sell at the top here. I think it was a 1 to 2 risk reward here. I make about just a couple shots dollar on that trade itself. So it's a Naira account. So I think I deposited about 57K and then I made about 33K. So it was just a quick scalp thereabout. But this session right now, I'm honestly like everything inside of me want to sell this market, but I'm hearing from some external news that the data that is coming out is not really looking the best for selling. It's not matching with selling ideology, right? So, but the technicals right now is telling me to just go shorts from here, put my stop exactly here, which is about 240 points. It doesn't make sense. So for that reason, I'm not going to be selling. So I do think that liquidities are going to be taken to the upside and the upside. So selling is going to happen, but it may not happen in this session, especially if more liquidity is going to be taken. So in this case, I I will be very careful in how I'm going to enter this sell. So eventually the sell is going to come, but maybe it's not come right now. All right, I don't want us to stay too long on this stream because we're just going to be waiting and waiting for the trading opportunity. So what we're going to do, we're going to just end it over here. And if the sell starts going from here and leave us behind, then so be it. Protect your capital, guys. Let's trade smartly. I think I'm going to try and post a certain plan on the Telegram just to show, okay, what is my expectation for this week? How am I going to be trading for this week? What am I going to be trading? And the gold I just mentioned, how I'm going to be trading it and stuff like that. Obviously, I need to figure out if my NASDAQ strategy is going to work on gold as well. And so I can continue, just doing the same. Obviously, it's supply and demand, so it works everywhere. Just that there might be how NASDAQ gold moves that I need to be aware of. So I used to trade gold before when I started trading 2023, but I did not really. I had some success with it flipping, but I didn't have like a consistent success with it like I'm trading NASDAQ. So yeah, and I started trading prop firms since July, and since July I've had only 2 payouts. So I wanted to make sure that I can turn things around very fast and start making consistent payouts like every single month with prop firms. All right, guys, let's so the candle just closed now, and let's call it a day. Right here, we are going to come back again tomorrow. But if any sell setup should align itself later today, I might send a signal on the Telegram channel that, oh guys, I'm taking a trade. You two can join in if you want as a trade idea. But for now, I think it's best that we are waiting, and we will see each other again tomorrow. That said, thank you for coming, everybody. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you for always coming to the live stream. It helps me a lot more, honestly, that you are watching this live stream, and it helps me to want to make sure that I do the best analysis to my best knowledge, improve on my knowledge as well, and let's trade together, let's make money together as a community and become better. All right, with that said, let's have an amazing day, and I don't think there's any trade for us today unless the sell opportunity becomes better. So, but before I sell, I think liquidity should be taken first. Liquidity of the previous high, the 15-minute high, the zone, the last, the swing of itself, the impulsive entry, the liquidity above we should be taking. Then, if the sell now starts to happen, then we're going to take the sell from there. All right, with that said, let's go and have an amazing day. Bye-bye, guys.